Welcome to episode 29. Are you ready for the 550 moment? I know lots of you come to my content for the personal brand plan, that kind of personal brand chat. And I, having built a personal brand for the last 25 years, I have been well aware of this 550 moment. Now, most of us who are running a personal brand, we have some kind of permanence in some ways. We have some predictable elements. And then there are some things that come our way, opportunities, possibilities, which we have never planned. And it's like, oh, yeah, I would like to do that. And I think that over the years, I've built this evidence that I believe so much business is done at 5:50, 10 to 6 in the evening before close of play. This is when the contract comes through, when the confirmations are made, when the last minute, oh my goodness, that person's cancelled, the thing is in the morning, what the heck are we going to do? Can we put a call in? Moment happens. And I want you to be ready for all of that, because I believe that you should absolutely be part of this game. And so many people say to themselves they're not ready, or they don't consider it, or they don't put the things in place right now. So I want you to begin to consider and strategize how you can logistically and emotionally say yes more. Now, this doesn't have to be that you say yes to everything. And sometimes you're like, I get that you're saying it 10 to 6 on this Tuesday, but there's actually no way I can fly to San Francisco tomorrow morning because it's just too late notice. Of course, you have your own boundaries in place. But sometimes knowing that that call's going to be in place, you might have thought about what you would do in a situation. Like suddenly if it was like, well, could you come on the radio tomorrow? And you're like, well, that morning show is right back in the school run. But maybe now is that moment where you make friends with another mom, even though you're quite introverted. So there could be that moment where she could take your kids to school and then you could take her kids to school. Like there's that sort of reciprocity and that possibility. Some people... okay, here we go. Some people do not need to be in your funnel. Okay. I think that sometimes we make things really complicated behind the scenes. We think about all the things and all the procedures that need to happen. Some people won't. Some people will literally call you out of the blue, or they'll book in a call and they're like, I'm ready. Can I pay for your high-end VIP service, please? I'm good to go. Honestly, sometimes it can be as easy as that. So I want you to be open to those possibilities, because so many of us get caught in this loop of, oh my goodness, it's maybe too good to be true. It isn't. You've done the work. You've been building this muscle for long enough now. So allow the fruits of your labor to be really, really sweet. The possibilities are endless. In your industry, your dreams they get to be so big. And having hosted so many goal setting workshops over the years, sometimes I have found that people don't dream big enough. They're very polite. They're very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Considered with what they ask for. And already they're backtracking and going, well, only if that's okay. Nobody's being really greedy with what they request, because greedy kind of has that negative connotation. But they're not being generous with themselves. They're not really tuning in to what the ideal version is. They're kind of just taking the scraps. They're not skipping through the buffet of life and going, oh, I'm going to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that because it will be delicious. They're maybe going, well, I better not take too much. I better like pace myself here because I don't want to be sick. Like, people really hold themselves back. So to close, I want you to think about What are those 10 to 6 moments you really want to welcome into your business? And what do you need to do to clear space so they can really land and you can say yes? If you haven't subscribed to the Secret Series, please do so. The details are down below. And there's also a full workshop taking you behind the scenes of how I can help and support you going forward. Lots of love.